It's about time.
BlizzCon may be a nerd fest.
It is a nerd fest, and I'm damn proud to be a nerd.
You know, you can call us nerds, you can call us dorks, but remember, you know, there are people who get just as riled up and dedicated to lots of other things, and you don't necessarily stigmatize them.
Well, basically, BlizzCon is every year. It's a convention held in California for anyone that plays the games produced by Blizzard. World of Warcraft, Diablo series, the StarCraft series. BlizzCon lasts 2 days. You basically get first-hand news to a lot of stuff that no one else will really get until, you know, people from BlizzCon tell them.
I give you World of Warcraft Cataclysm!
It's really just an excuse for like-minded individuals who share some sort of common interest to get together and spend a few days indulging in that interest. There are conventions for more or less anything you can imagine.
The atmosphere, the lighting, the time it took to set up all those computers to try out new demos and stuff, you could see that they genuinely cared for the 20,000 people that were there.
20,000 tickets to BlizzCon sold out in less than 1 minute. That's even faster than Red Paladins can storm the forums after a nerf.
It's a great way to meet up with a lot of your friends that you do play online.
Personally, I came from New Jersey to California to make it to BlizzCon. It seemed about time to, you know, find some of the people that I actually played with and meet them in the flesh. But people come from much farther away than that. Korea, China, Canada, British Columbia. It's a huge draw. There are quite a few panel discussions where Blizzard employees, you know, take the stage and field questions, present details of upcoming games and upcoming releases. There are a number of areas where you can actually playtest some of the segments of the new games that they've got coming out. There are vendors to buy not only Blizzard products, but peripherals of that nature.
It's like any multimedia thing. There's going to be tons of associated companies that are going to want to be affiliated with it. For the most part, though, computer companies are hugely associated with BlizzCon. Just about every major high-end performance computer was there in some form or degree. Alienware, AMD, Intel, ASUS, all the way down to like the mouse and the keyboard companies like Razer. Basically anything that could be even remotely associated with World of Warcraft, even such things like Mountain Dew, I saw all over the place.
Mountain Dew everywhere. Like when the panelists had drinks on stage, they had water and Mountain Dew.
I'm Mr. T, and this is my Night Elf Mohawk.
Brilliant advertising campaign to track down celebrities who did in fact play World of Warcraft and talk about their characters. It just, you know, that nerdy kid from school who plays WoW, it's like there's a lot of people who play this game.
I'm Ozzy Osbourne, and I'm the Prince of Darkness.
There can be only one Prince of Darkness.
I think it's awesome that he, you know, is willing to give his time to BlizzCon.
I'm sure a lot of people were psyched for Ozzy. I mean, I myself was pretty happy with the idea that, oh wow, I paid for a convention ticket and now I get a concert ticket, you know, rolled into it. My favorite Blizzard franchise would have to be World of Warcraft.
It has to be World of Warcraft.
I would have to say World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft is just so huge. There's so many different facets to the gameplay, depending on what you enjoy as a player.
PvP is player versus player combat in World of Warcraft. Basically, anytime where you're attacking someone who's sitting at another computer, that's considered PvP. The main focus anymore in World of Warcraft, I think, is arenas. The match ends when all of the players are eliminated on one team. Arena matches can last as little as 10 seconds, or they can last as long as 45 minutes. I've had matches that have gone well over an hour.
Player versus player combat is one of the more technically skilled aspects of the game. A good PvP player will know and utilize literally every aspect of every ability that they have and will know exactly when it needs to be done and what needs to be done. It's very demanding skill-wise and in terms of reaction time. A half-hour match will literally come down to a half a second where if you push the right button, you're going to win.
Breaks it. He's back on Hannibal. It's all Hannibal can do to stay alive against these Haunts. Calcina taken all the way down to only 5,000. Cammy stuck in a full fear. He does feign death to get the other team to drop target and does barely get around the corner. He does have a lot of dots sticking on him, though. This may be trouble. Only 2,000 HP remaining. We do still see Cameo stuck into a cyclone. He is healed. Great heal by Cameo. Oh, and another disengage. Calcina trying to pull off the ramp. Just barely liquid. You see a charge coming out of Siler. They are going to try to keep that pressure onto the...
It's all about creating that half a second opportunity, recognizing it, and then taking it.
Howl of Terror, and Calcina is taken down. A great cogswell by Existence, ultimately coming out for them.
If you're good at what you do, you can make a lot of money off of it. It was really impressive to see some of the costumes that they had out, that people were wearing out on the floor. It was, I mean, some of them were incredibly detailed.
Sometimes you really just wanted to pick them up and carry them home with you and not talk about it. It's a little overwhelming to see someone who's spent so much time just to create something they'd be wearing for a weekend. It was nice to see someone spend that much time and dedication and create something that was really rather stunning or beautiful.
I'm still not sure some of them aren't actually professional models who like nerds as much as they do jocks. So it was a moment of victory almost.
Cosplaying, it goes beyond Halloween dress up. Cosplaying is actually being your character and getting out there and being an act. Personality has a lot to do with it. The costume has to match the personality. If you're going to choose a costume, for example, like this one, you should be animated and, you know, be willing to kind of play that part. You're the star for the day, and so you get into it as much as possible. That's what cosplay does, and that's what it is. This is the Mistress of Pain from Diablo 3. It was a concept art that was presented last year's BlizzCon. I'm actually here solely for the costume contest. Last year, I came in thinking I had a chance, and I didn't, but I wasn't upset by that. I just learned from it, and this year I figured let me come in with something bigger and better. I spent about a year between planning and producing. I really just ran out of time in Florida, so I had to ship what I had and finish it here.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is our friend Zachary over there with Mr. Bigglesworth. So that means Lorraine Torres is the grand winner! The Mistress of Pain!
I thought the winner very definitely deserved it for her costume. That costume was amazing. It was better than a lot of wedding dresses I've seen. I would definitely go back to another BlizzCon.
It really lived up to what the hype that people were explaining about it.
I look forward to a future BlizzCon, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.